I like to make the class interesting. I like to make it something that the students want to come to, not have to go to. And one of the things that I attempt to do is to vary pace and style and technology. I try and do all different things. I use PowerPoint sometimes, I use slides sometimes, I use overheads sometimes, videos, films. I write on the board, I don't write on the board, I tell stories, I do whatever, just to change the pace, just so that it doesn't become monotonous.
This is my biggest class, and I dreaded it the most. And this is one of my funnest classes.
He is very engaging. He always goes out of his way to connect with the students on a conversational level.
For large lecture courses, there is a bit of the theatrical component. I mean, you have to produce and deliver. It's kind of a performance. I have to kind of psych myself up, to give the performance. I need to be there responding to issues in the classroom, responding to questions, drawing parallels with contemporary events, the news. I've mentioned in my class all kinds of things that are happening right now and relating some of the lessons in the classroom to these contemporary events. We can't lose the human element in teaching. Well, the Avalon have two different words for we. One of them includes the person that you're speaking to, and the other one doesn't. And they use the term that included me. So I said, they're going to kill one of us, including me? And these guys said, yeah, you're us now, remember?
I really love his stories about the Avalon and basically the kind of informal way that he teaches.
One of the things about teaching anthropology that's particularly important is the experience we all have outside of the country. My own field research has been in New Guinea, where I lived with what some people would regard as a primitive tribe, primitive in quotation marks. But they've devised very, very different ways of solving the problems of life. And so we can talk about, for example, what they do about funerals and how they deal with death and how this relates to the way that people in the United States deal with death. These experiences come in really helpful in my teaching.
I've definitely learned to look at my own culture and the way I act in a different way. It makes me appreciate different cultures around the world and not be so closed-minded.
I've gotten a better understanding of different societies in the world, as well as my own, and the different ideals that I have and that I've been raised to have because of my society that I've taken for granted, that now I'm realizing, looking deeper at other societies and with him.
I like to open people's eyes to the world around them, and it really makes me feel good when I hear them say that gosh, I never thought about this, or wow, this course has really made a difference in my life. I'm a better person for it. That's really great, and those are the people that, they may never be anthro majors, they're going to go out and be citizens of the world and live their lives, but if they do it with a little less ethnocentrism and a little more understanding of other people's point of view, I think that's just great. You wonder, what am I doing? I mean, why is this job important? There's people out there saving lives and doing all sorts of things, but if you can touch people's lives and make them better people, that's an important thing to do, I think.